is a girl. She's a star. She's got style. Steffi Star. You see her face around the town. She's popular. Steffi Star.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Weinstein.
And I'm Meredith Keach.
And it has been wild in here,
Yes.
in the new studio so far this morning. And we'll go into that in a minute. But first, we want to introduce our fabulous guests. First guest, Jennifer Lauren Kligman,
Woohoo!
my sister-in-law.
Benny.
And we call her
Hi,
Benny.
everybody.
Yes. And
Stephanie's been working hard for 10 years or so to get me on
yes,
here,
10
so
years we've been
here
trying to
I
get
am.
you on. Yep, here you are. And cousin Freya Jenny Maltz.
Woo! Welcome, ladies. Hi.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
Yay.
us.
So we just have to start out by saying this has been unbelievable.
Mhm.
So again, we have this new studio and Meredith is all out of sorts.
Yeah.
She's sitting in a seat she's not comfortable with.
Yeah.
She's usually across from us looking at us.
Yeah.
And so if she's a little quiet today, girls, this is why.
This is why.
Already,
She-
I'm like,
She walked
centering
in.
my
Yes,
piece.
she walked in and she said, "Nope, this isn't going to work for me." And then cousin walked in and she had a whole thing with her hair. Benny, you weren't bad.
No, but look what I walked in with. It was
Thank
a
God.
perfect day for,
thank God.
for
Thank
Meredith
God, because
Keach.
you know what?
We're
Day drinking.
going to make some dirty
Send my glass down.
some dirty
You know
martinis.
what? Can you please make Meredith's extra strong?
I can.
because
And
she needs it. Ooh.
just for you guys, I did some
Oh,
homemade
thank
stuffed blue cheese
So
olives.
can we talk for a minute, because it's perfectly appropriate that Benny brought snacks.
Yeah.
Because
Well, Freya actually, I brought drinks. Freya brought
I brought the
snacks.
little
Oh,
nuts.
right. Sorry.
Oh, that's right.
but Jenny came to fame during the pandemic with Getting Fat with Jen on social media. Jennifer is an amazing cook.
Yes.
Thank you.
And
Thank
we
you.
love when
Ooh.
she cooks. And yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Getting
Now-
Fat with Jen.
Yeah.
GFWJ.
Getting fat, yeah,
Yeah.
GFWJ,
Yeah.
and because I had like a bucket list of items I wanted to cook,
Love that.
and
Yeah.
the kids were home, and it was perfect. So we were making homemade pasta, and
Mm.
I made fried chicken. Who makes fried chicken? Like I made fried chicken
Anthony
one night.
loves fried chicken.
And I was literally like, we were home doing nothing, walking up and down the street. Like, so I was literally like, what can I cook next? What can I cook next? And the pounds were coming on. I'm like, I'm getting fat with Jen. Why not bring everybody down with me?
Now, Cliggy loved COVID. He
Oh,
was
yes.
so happy because he didn't have to go out.
He didn't have to see anyone.
He didn't have to socialize. He was in his glory.
He was
in
a
fact,
happy
if
guy.
you could bring the COVID days back, he would be all
Oh,
for it.
God forbid.
Right? He would be all for it.
I do think that one positive that came out of COVID was like just being able to spend time with your family.
Absolutely.
Like we played games, we did puzzles.
Right.
Yeah, so we did. We brought out the
Yeah,
board games that we
yeah.
hadn't played in years.
Right. I know. We did the same. I had a lot of people living in my condo.
You did.
It was, yeah, we were to capacity.
I had young children during that period. It was not
Yeah, so it
right.
wasn't.
Young children in school.
Right.
who weren't in school. Right.
Yeah.
Meredith was basically homeschooling.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It was.
Meredith was like an Amish.
I had 3 caged tiger cubs in my house.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that couldn't have been easy. People with young kids.
And it wasn't even just like I had different feelings about it. I wasn't worried. My kids got sick early on. We got sick early on. They were fine, and that was it for us. I wasn't concerned. But then when you wanted to play with other people, you had to find like an underground network of people who would hang out with your kids
Right.
because everybody else was afraid.
Right.
That was the hard part.
Mm-hmm.
Was
yeah.
And then I went to my first party at I think it was Halloween time. My son got invited, and I went. And nobody had a mask on it. And it was 2020, and I was like, I found my people.
Yeah, I
This is
mean, people got tired of it, of the mask.
But back then, that was 2020.
I know,
Like, that was like, we had to, I was like, are we going to get arrested here? Because it was like, bad.
Well, do you remember too? They were breaking up parties.
Yes.
More than what you couldn't have like more than 20 people or
Yeah.
something at your house
Yeah.
if you were having a gathering.
Yeah,
Yeah.
didn't we have to cancel your birthday party? Or no, your birthday party was like the last.
When I turned 50, we had gone out, and then it was a Friday night, and then I think
That was it.
Saturday, it was like March 14th or something like that. It was yeah.
Even
that was
people were
it.
commenting, like sending me messages. I
Yeah.
can't believe you guys went out.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
But that was like on the edge of
It was on the
shutdown.
cusp.
Yeah.
It was the cusp of the shutdown.
Yeah.
It was kind of okay though, because then I really didn't have to worry about makeup with the mask.
It was
right?
fabulous.
Right.
Right? I didn't
Yeah.
have to put on
Well,
foundation.
between glasses and the mask, I'm like, this is fabulous.
Right.
So when you see somebody now,
Oh,
recently I
delicious.
showed a house and the woman came
Thanks,
and
Auntie.
she had a mask on, a paper mask.
Meredith, here's your dirty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Benny, thank you so much.
You're welcome so much. Enjoy
This is
it.
amazing.
Do you guys think, oh my God, it's Madison.
It's Madison Kligman.
Baby cousin.
Oh.
Hi.
Just in time for drinks.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Somewhere.
Oh, I'm sweating. All right, what are we doing? What's going on right now?
So
I've lost my train of thought.
So the only problem, Madison, is we don't have a microphone for you.
It's okay. I'll walk.
yeah,
Okay.
you can
Okay.
watch and then we'll book you to come on
Yeah.
because you have a lot to say.
Yeah.
You got to use your
You have to
shoulder.
use your
There you go.
body.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
there you go.
okay. Madison
Um,
Kligman just came in. She just
So when
closed
someone has a mask on, is your instinct to say they have a sickness that they're trying not to give me, or am I going to get them sick?
Well, I think either they have a sickness that they're trying not to give,
Yeah.
or they have anxiety about germs that might not be there.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's like protects them mentally.
Yes.
Oh, got it. Okay.
and I have a different look at it now because of my little journey that I went on, and I kind of get it now. People go out in public, and if they have an underlying, illness, something going on, they don't want to get sick.
Right.
So
Can you
I-
shake that in the microphone?
I kind of get it a little.
Yeah.
I totally understand now.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna again. I'm not judging, but what I don't understand is the people who are driving in their cars, all alone, who still have their masks on.
I like it.
I find it a little bit funny.
I do. Like when you see people like that, you're like,
What's
there's
going on?
What's
I
going
think to
on?
myself, what's going
yeah,
on?
yeah. What's going on? Like, are they that compromised that they can't even be in their car without a mask? Like, it just makes me think like, what's going on in their world?
Yeah.
So, but enjoy.
Thank you, cousin.
you're welcome.
This is just wonderful.
This is fabulous.
I mean, I'm gonna have a sip. Are you?
Yeah, I was waiting for
Oh,
everybody
all
to
right.
get there.
We'll wait.
Hold on, I was a little short on this one.
Oh,
So, yeah, it was a funny time.
Yeah, sure was.
And you met Brett. My daughter met her fiance during COVID.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Right before
Right.
COVID.
Yeah, she was on the apps.
Yeah.
And she met her fiance.
Yeah.
They'll be getting married in September
Boom, boom.
at the Langham Hotel.
Well, so we have a friend who's our age, and
Who?
Maggie.
Who?
She said she'll come on. Meg.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I can't
And
wait
so
for her to come on.
she's recently divorced and been on the apps, and she's finding it's basically porn for men.
Men
Really?
sent her the DICK pics.
Like nonstop, not just a flat pic, but like videos. Like, and she gets them all the time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
See what you're missing, girls?
Wow.
Divorce those men.
Cheers.
Cheers, ladies.
Cheers. Cheers.
Madison.
Cheers.
Cheers, Mag.
Cheers.
Thanks, ladies.
Cheers to our bride. Let's take a sip.
I don't think I could if I was ever
Delicious.
on those apps.
What
I don't
migraine?
know what I would do.
Would you like a biscotti?
No, thank you.
You have a migraine?
I did. It's gone.
Oh, good. Hopefully,
This might kill it.
Right, because we married before the apps.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a whole new world.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
just-
And so
It's
my male
scary.
friend told me that because I don't understand the pics. I was like,
Right.
there's not a woman out there that I've ever known or met. I'm sure they exist, but it would really be in the minority that would be excited
Correct.
to receive imagery like that.
Yeah.
And he said to me, it's not about her excitement. It's the thrill of sending it for the dude.
Really?
Really?
I guess so.
You should ask your husbands to send you
Okay.
DICK pics and see how they feel about it.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
So it's not about the lady. It's all about the man and the thrill.
And
Like,
his thrill of
I
sending
just
something
sent
off.
a picture.
But
of,
if no one
Yeah.
responds to him,
He doesn't care.
he doesn't care.
they're
I
on
guess
to
not.
they're on to the next.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Here's a
Wow.
question for our bride.
Yeah.
Did your fiance ever send you one?
Never.
He would
First one,
never. That is not
He was brought up
His
his
right.
style.
Ever see? I call them unsolicited DICK.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Unsolicited.
Yeah,
They
Unsolicited.
just come out of nowhere, and you're like,
Hmm.
Yeah, what was
It's
that?
gross. It's gross.
Yeah. No.
it's a
Especially
form of harassment.
it is. It is.
Yeah, because there's no consent there. It's sort of like somebody putting something in their stories, on
Right.
social that like you just wish you didn't see.
That's right.
And you don't have a choice.
Right. Megan's not consenting to this.
no, and then it's something
That's a great point.
That is a good
and
point,
you can't
Madison.
unsee it. It's in your
yeah,
brain.
right.
Oh.
They put you in a bad position.
Bastards.
Drink to that.
Maybe I'll go back on the dating scene and see if I get any pics.
You could just ask Anthony to
Right.
send you some.
Will you be offended if you don't get any?
Pass.
So I was telling Freya in the car on the way here that it was funny. The other night I was filling out one of those forms for a skincare product, and they wanted to know my age category.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. We're in the last category now.
Oh, that hit me
Oh,
Like
Betty.
a ton of bricks.
like a ton of bricks.
I mean, like
I
when
was
it tells you
in
to
the
pick
middle.
the year you
Yeah.
were born, and you have to keep scrolling.
Yes. You're like, boom.
So now I'm in the 55 to 64. You're not there yet. You're still comfortably in the middle. But in Madison, you're still way at the top.
and we're just comfortably numb.
Right.
Cousin, how old are you?
So I will turn 56 in August. And that, I'm okay with saying that.
Right.
What sounds crazy to me is that when I turn 56 in August, my son will turn 30.
Right.
To say I have a 30-year-old
Yeah, right.
is insanity.
Cousin, I'm in the same category
yes,
as
you
you.
are.
Yep.
Now-
And she'll turn 30.
She's going to
First,
turn
yeah,
30 in
in
June.
June.
Now, I do want to tell our bazillion of listeners that this was so funny because my in-laws and Freya's in-laws tried to fix up Freya's son and my son. They're cousins.
No, your daughter.
I mean, my
Yeah.
daughter. They're cousins.
Oh, oops.
Yeah.
Alexa was like,
Multiple times.
Pop.
And
It's my cousin.
And Zachary said, Papa, she's my cousin.
Nobody cared.
How many layers back can you go? Can you date a cousin?
I don't know.
I don't know, but it's still.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I
Like
don't
if
even.
there's, if there's any possibility, maybe you
I
would
mean-
judge by like, do we have anything that looks alike? Maybe that's what you do.
Well, their siblings looked alike. Nathan and
Nathan and
Nathan
Gregory
look a lot
looked like
alike.
siblings.
Yeah.
So weird.
So
Yeah.
that's a problem.
So
Yeah.
Zachary at one point went into Alexa at work and said, I am so sorry for my papa's behavior.
That's right.
I mean, it was constant. Imagine.
No.
Yeah. That happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's new in the makeup world, Auntie Benny?
I kind of cooled my jets a little bit in the makeup world. I haven't
What?
been.
Madison
Are
is
you, do you have a
Madison.
fever?
No, I mean it's. I'm trying
Madison's
to think
looking
of.
in a different
Excuse me,
direction.
I
weren't you
know.
just filling out something for skincare?
I was, but it was for an eye cream to take away the dark circles.
Can we just talk about your makeup station though and how amazing it is?
Yeah, I do like that. I enjoy that very much.
Explain to our listeners who haven't
So
seen
I'm a product junkie. I have both hair, skin, everything. So I had my sinks in my primary bathroom we have two sinks that are separated by the doorway, and then I had room for a third space. And I said to when we were building our house, I said I want a makeup station. And at that point, though, because we kind of ran out of a little money, so we could only afford like very simple one drawer, and I had a stool underneath it. And then a couple of years ago, we had a cabinet guy over, and he made that whole space into, I think there's 5 or 6 drawers, and some are deep, some are thin, but the deep ones are great because I can fit like a hairspray bottle standing up, and it's got all my products
And the little
in
ones
it.
like you pull out, it's like a jewelry
Yeah,
cabinet.
yeah, and I pull it out, and I have compartments. I'm a little OCD with stuff, so I have little compartments for all my lip glosses and my brushes and I love it.
Oh,
I love it.
So dreamy.
I should have been in the makeup world as my career. I really believe that.
Oh,
Remember at one point I wanted my own makeup line?
Yes.
Well, you could still do it.
It's
Yeah,
not
I
too
could
late.
still do it. So, one good product that I love, though, I do have to say, is it's a stick foundation by, Dior.
A stick.
Yes, and I love it. I have
So
it on
how do you
today.
put it
Oh,
on?
I'll have to try it.
You swipe it.
Swipe it all over your
And
face
then
like
you just-
with lines?
Yep, with lines, and then you just take a fluffy brush and pat it in, and
And
it's
what
so
about
easy.
our mascara that we love? The
Oh, I
gold.
need a new mascara.
Yes, the L'Oreal.
My eyes are changing. The mascara just bugs my
Yeah.
eyes now.
Oh, really?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, remember, Lauren was having an issue at work for 2 days.
Yeah.
I had to listen to the blurry eyes. I love her. I'm like, she's like, it's my eyeshadow. I'm like, your eyeshadow's not in your eyes. She's like, it's my mascara. I'm like, it's the same mascara you've been using. I said, you should probably go to the eye doctor.
Yeah.
So
Off she went.
5 minutes later, off she went. Guess what her diagnosis was?
Dry eye.
Dry eye.
Yeah.
She had dry eye.
But you get like the super drops with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now she's fine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's
new on?
the age bracket.
I know. It's
Why?
changing,
Do we
right?
get dry eye?
My new
Everything's
my newest
dry.
product is Benny Tint.
What is it?
Benny Tint for blush.
The blush.
I love the Benny
Yeah.
Tint.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
And you
know
can put that,
that
on the
one.
lips too.
Oh,
And it
yeah.
makes them like a little natural, like
so
glowy.
nice.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
ordered it this weekend.
yeah,
Shay-
it's a
I
good
have-
product.
Shay has all the new products, so I get to try stuff in her room.
Is she wearing makeup now?
Yeah.
How old is she?
Oh.
14.
Is she loving it?
Yes. Yeah. And I'm like no holds barred because it's what's more fun than putting on makeup when you're a teenager.
What is she
At least
wearing?
For me, it was.
Still fun as an
Mascara.
adult to me.
Yeah, she does it all. I mean, she
Oh.
goes out. It's a natural look, but doing her brows and mascara and big in the highlighters, right?
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
blushes, very natural look.
Alexa was the opposite of all natural. She loved a heavy, heavy cat eye.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
Madison?
I think I remember that.
thick.
It
would
got to a
go-
point where it was like a little over the top.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
she would extend it.
Yeah.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she did a good job. It was
Yeah.
nice, clean line.
She
and
did.
everything.
That was
Yeah.
the style back then.
Yeah.
It was
Right.
the style back
True.
then.
Wear makeup.
True.
Yeah.
I
Sure.
remember Alexa was going to one of her proms, and I was pushing lip gloss on her. Do you remember that?
I don't remember.
Like, just a little gloss, Alexa. Something on your lips. She's like, Auntie, I don't want it. I'm like, and then she was leaving. I'm like, here, take my lip gloss.
Auntie couldn't take it.
I love
couldn't
a
take a-
gloss, but on my lips it's so hard because it sticks my lips together, and I don't like that feeling.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Or when the wind blows your hair.
Right.
into
Yeah.
your
It's
lips.
stuck.
Yes.
Right? Such a
Yeah.
mess.
You know who
Yeah.
had the best gloss in history?
Who?
Monica Lewinsky when she had her interview.
Get out.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
When she was interviewed, her
Now I have to
gloss
go look.
was off the charts, and it sold out for like years.
Wait, this was way back
Madison,
when.
could
This
you
was
Google
after the
Monica
incident.
Lewinsky's
Yeah, she was
gloss?
interviewed.
I'm dying to know what the gloss
Yeah.
was.
I know.
Madison's
it
our
was-
Googler.
It was, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
so interesting.
I'll see if
I
I
wonder
can
what it
So
was.
now you can probably get it. It's been that many
Right.
years.
Yeah.
Right. Interesting.
Right. So April vacation's coming up.
Yep.
Where are you guys going? Anywhere fabulous?
We got nothing. We just have sports.
Okay.
But I'm okay with that. I would have loved to have had a trip to Florida. I looked at a lot of different places, and just nothing was singing to
When
me.
is April vacation?
Next
It's
week?
Next week.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll be laid up this weekend.
Yeah, you have your
Do tell.
so exciting
Cousin, you didn't
procedure.
know?
No.
I'm getting a breast reduction on Friday.
Wow! So
exciting.
exciting.
They're going to be small, perked, and lipo on the sides.
And you won't have to wear a bra.
Oh my
That's
I'm not going to wear a bra,
That's
and
so
now
That
exciting.
is so
I know.
exciting.
It's really going to be
Change your life.
life-changing. I cannot wait. So today's Wednesday, so the next time I'm on the podcast,
Yeah.
tiny boobs.
Every
Next-
time I'm
next week
sitting
at
with
this
my
time.
back
Tiny.
hurting, I've been thinking about you.
Well, just wait
really incredible.
Yep. I'll be reporting to Dr.
The
Sadowski.
few people I know who have had it
have loved it.
loved it.
Life
Wish they had
changing.
done it earlier.
Right. That's the only comment. Negative.
Yeah.
It's like,
Right.
I wish I did it sooner.
Yeah.
She was trying to go through the process, and I blocked it out. I don't need to know.
Just do it.
No,
Just do it. I don't need to know what they do with the nipples.
No, you don't need to know, and you'll wake up.
It's fine.
You'll wake up,
And it'll be done.
Yes.
You'll start to heal the moment you wake up, and you'll be on your way.
I'll be good to go.
And
And
you'll
then
be
I'll
feeling
have
better.
adorable breasts for Madison's wedding.
You get to wear cute little bras.
I'm going to get cute little bras, and now I can figure out what I want to wear to your wedding.
And bathing suits.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
right.
thinking that too. You don't have to do your bathing suit based on your chest,
Right.
which I have to do.
Right. Everything
do?
is based
Yeah.
on the
So
chest.
like you order it like
I mean, I'm
like
going to do the same. When Stephanie goes through,
Yeah.
Everybody's making me
everything's
do
good.
it first.
Yeah. then
I
I'll
don't
do it.
care.
You're
I'll
the
do
guinea
it.
You're a
pig.
team player.
Yeah.
I really am.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
You know, cousin, I forgot. I need to get you a gift.
For what?
Bringing mother home.
Oh, she was the best passenger. She did not complain.
Did you put her in that cargo?
Cargo.
That wouldn't
No.
be polite.
Oh, she rode in your lap.
Mother was.
We'll just leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that. We're not sure where mother was.
Was she near
She could have
Jassy?
been. She could have
She
been in the
Jassy's
trunk. We don't know.
We don't know where mother was.
But all we know.
Cousin
got
told
him
me she
safely.
had to sit in the front seat. I said, I'm sorry, I sit in the front seat. So she
Ziploc-
may have been
Ziploc bag.
she may have been on my lap. We don't know.
We don't know. But the point is.
But she got home safely.
Perfect.
Mother's home.
Mother's
Yes.
home. And where is mother at the moment?
Mother is on a shelf
Oh.
alongside Sparky and Rosie.
But they all loved each other.
They
so
did.
It's all good.
Well, not really. Mother wasn't a huge fan of the dogs.
She wasn't?
But
What,
it was okay.
can we talk about the matzo ball soup? Can we go back to Benny's cooking?
Oh, yeah.
I almost put in a request for someone to put some aside for me, but
Oh my
then
God!
I felt a little
I
inappropriate.
literally just dropped before we came
Yeah.
here. I dropped off a bowl for Kelly because she had the flu all week. And I
Oh,
spoke
Kelly
to her.
Carroll.
Yeah, I'm
You're
like,
so
Kelly,
sweet.
I'm like, you still sound awful. She's like, I'm still stuffed up. I'm like, I'm bringing you some Jewish penicillin.
Yeah, see?
Auntie's so thoughtful.
I keep it year round in my freezer.
Oh, you do?
Wait,
Yeah,
so,
so-
you cook it too?
Yes.
Freya's a great cook.
Oh,
I
really
mean,
good.
Well,
I feel like why don't we compare recipes for the soup? How do you girls make your matzo ball soup? Girls?
the chicken goes into a cheesecloth. Do you use a
Oh.
cheesecloth?
No.
Well, because after it's been sitting all those hours, it falls apart and the bones
Oh,
are
so
going to
the
get in.
cheesecloth holds it all together.
Yes.
That's genius.
Wait a minute, I don't understand.
A cheesecloth.
No, but you're taking a whole chicken.
I put a whole chicken
In the
because
cheesecloth?
I do a double batch. Do you do a double batch?
No.
Oh, I do a double batch.
Yeah.
Because
Wait,
if I'm going to go to
Do you
all
cook
this
the
trouble,
chicken first?
Or you
the
you bake
chicken, no, the
Cooks in
chicken
the
cooks with the broth and
Okay.
the veggies
In the
right, and
cheesecloth?
spices in the cheesecloth, and all those hours, it like falls apart. So the bones are
Yeah.
going to get stuck all in the.
That's a great
okay?
idea.
If we've learned anything today.
Well,
That
Always
is-
have a
boil a bird.
cheesecloth.
I
Do it
make
in a
soup
cheesecloth.
differently because I bake it like I'll have it
Meredith.
for dinner and then I take all the bones and the leftover and put it in a pot
And then do you make a
and
broth out
boil
of
it
that?
for a couple of hours.
Oh, so you make your own broth?
yeah. Is that?
That
but that's
is-
No,
different.
that's great.
That
I
is
cheat
so
and I
British, huh?
use
So you actually
the
take
lazy
the
Jews.
uncooked bird and put it right. So you boil it.
I boil it with
Yeah, got it.
the
Carrots, onions,
Carrots,
celery.
onions.
Yeah, the chopped carrots,
Okay.
celery, onion.
Okay.
Do you
I
put a
use
green
dill.
pepper in yours?
I don't. Do
Green
you?
peppers. Yeah, we learned that from Auntie Harriet.
Auntie Harriet.
Yeah.
She does a green pepper.
She
Yeah.
does for the taste, and
And
then
it
she
just
takes it out.
So
Oh,
she
see, I
doesn't
don't
chop
take mine
it.
out.
No, she does take it out.
Oh, really?
Does she
I
put
don't-
it in whole?
I chop mine, and it
And
kind
then
of
you
just
leave-
dissolves.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
Freya, so you wrap the bird in cheesecloth, so then you don't have to do a real specific strain.
Right. And so then then I take it out and then
Yeah.
I shred the chicken.
Okay.
And then I put the shredded chicken back in with the soup.
Right.
I love boiled chicken.
Yeah, I do too.
I love it so
I do
much.
too.
That's
Alexa
what I've
used to
been.
like it
I've been
too.
making it weekly for myself to eat.
Yeah.
because I love it so much.
And
Well,
organic
and
chicken.
if I
Yeah,
have too
organic
much
boiled chicken.
if there's
It's
too much
next level.
chicken for the soup, I
Right.
use the leftover shredded chicken and make like chicken
Chicken
salad.
salad.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Mm.
And okay, so then you add the chicken back in, but Benny, you don't use the cheesecloth.
I don't use the cheesecloth, so I start with I throw the chicken and all the vegetables in. I fill the pot with water,
Yeah.
and I literally just cook the crap out of
Okay,
it.
so I do it that way, but I usually use leftovers.
Yeah. So then, which I'm not going to do now, I'm going to use a cheesecloth. Then I would set up another pot.
Yeah.
And I would strain everything.
Yeah.
So all the chicken pieces and the bones and everything
right.
would fall into the strainer.
Yeah.
And then I would take pieces of the chicken, throw it back in the soup and the vegetables and all that. But I really like that cheesecloth idea.
Cousin,
Yeah.
how did you come up with this idea? It's brilliant.
I think it's the recipe I use.
Yeah, it's great.
How do you know that there's nothing on the cheesecloth that's getting into the broth?
It's because everything's within. I take out the chicken. I lift the knotted cheesecloth chicken
Yeah.
and take it out onto a cutting board.
But what's the cheesecloth made of?
Oh, so you're thinking like chemicals and
Oh.
stuff like that. Well, you can buy unbleached.
No,
I
it
think you buy
probably is.
unbleached.
I think
Madison, Google cheesecloth.
I think it must be. It's like cheesecloth for cooking.
Yeah.
It's
So
made
it
of
must-
cheese.
Maybe cotton?
It's probably
Yeah,
now I'm going to
it's-
go home and check.
Well, it's just, I think it's the same
That's
thing that
cotton.
It's what?
is cotton.
yeah,
When you tie up a roast or you tie up a turkey,
it's
Yeah,
like
the
the
string.
twine.
it's the
right,
same
it's the
type
same.
of yeah. So, but
Am I supposed to be
It's
drinking?
safe.
And then when do you make the matzo balls?
Separate.
And what's in it?
I use stripes
straights.
Mix. So it's eggs,
Oil.
oil, the mix, and then it sits for a while. Then you make like
balls.
little.
make balls.
I make little ones, walnut size, and you dump them in the boiling water, and they
In the broth, or you cook them separately?
separately.
Oh.
And then I
okay.
put everything together.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I've done both ways.
Okay.
This time I cooked a lot before and froze, so I cooked my matzo balls in just boiling water.
That's what I do.
Yeah, but then somebody said to me, which I thought was a genius on Facebook, they said, if you can't boil it in the soup, boil it in broth. And because then it gives the flavor. I'm like, why haven't I thought of that?
Well,
That's
Yeah,
that
why
a
haven't I
good
thought of
idea.
surprises me that you would cook them separately and not in the broth you just made.
So if I'm serving the soup more immediate,
Yeah.
I always like to have a couple days for my soup to sit, so
Oh,
so like
okay.
the fat,
The fat
comes
that
up,
rises
yeah.
and you
Right.
scrape
Oh,
it
yeah.
off and stuff.
Mhm.
But if you're gonna serve it that day or that night,
Yeah.
you have to have the soup at a really rolling boil and throw the matzo balls in, because if it's not at that high boil, the matzo balls will absorb the soup as they cook.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, so you just lost your broth.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So then
Got
you're
it.
back adding broth. And
Right,
I learned that
right.
the hard way.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
That
it's got to
makes
be
sense.
a rolling boil. Like Lainey, our cousin Lainey, always boils her balls in her soup.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
This podcast
Boiling
is
balls.
X-rated.
Okay, and so what's the opinion on Freya makes walnut size, Alexa makes big balls.
Correct.
What
I-
about you, make
I
Benny?
think mine are. I lean towards more medium to.
Well, they start when I'm rolling the mixture.
Yeah.
It's like walnut size. So then they go up to like
They puff.
they puff. So
they
they puff up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
okay.
it starts like small,
Okay.
and then
then
they
they-
puff up. So they finish at probably like a tennis ball size or a little bit smaller.
Oh, okay. That's Alexa's size.
Cousin, they're not tennis ball size. They're probably
Yeah, that-
golf ball size.
A tennis ball would be like this.
No, a tennis ball is not this. It's probably like
No,
this
cousin.
size.
No, cousin.
They know that mine do puff up like this.
I would like to measure your balls the next time you make them.
Well,
You are more than welcome. We should have a matzo ball off.
I think so too.
A
So
soup-off.
from the non-Jew over here, my experience with matzo ball soup is that it's very mild.
It is.
Right? There's nothing in it like the matzo balls are a mild flavor. The broth is a mild flavor. There's carrots in it, so it's got a slight of sweetness to
Delicious.
it and a little bit of saltiness to it
Yes.
all at once.
A
So
little
it's not
pepper.
like you have like these like big powerful flavors. It just is the penicillin, Jewish
Yes.
penicillin,
It
right?
really
Like,
is.
Yes.
just calm, like just like a nice. And so I think that is, and having a tradition of family holiday around a warm, mild, soothing
meal.
meal
Yeah.
is just awesome. It really is.
It was so good.
I love cooking for my family.
She's the best
I
hostess.
really it makes me dewy. Like I texted Stephanie. I'm like, what are you guys doing for Passover? Because I haven't really had the holidays in a while.
I know. I forget.
So-
we passed over Passover last year.
We did Passover.
I think you
Passover
guys were
last-
away.
We might have been in
when
Florida.
you're away, the family does nothing.
And then, but for Rosh Hashanah.
Oh, we did a family.
Was
We
that
did
the one? Is that the one where I
Oh,
joined
yeah,
in?
we
I
did
invited
we did
myself?
a family.
We did a family. Was it Rosh Hashanah? It was Yom Kippur. What was it? No.
I forget. When Lauren and I came.
Yes.
Oh, at the
Oh,
clubhouse.
that
The
was,
clubhouse.
It was
oh, that
better
was
than
Rosh
Rosh
Hashanah
Hashanah.
also, but
Yes.
we did a
We
two-night.
did-
We did the first night family.
Right. We did a family, and then we did a Weinstein.
Right.
A
Weinstein Plus.
right at
The clubhouse.
at the clubhouse in Knowlesbrook, which was really nice because my dad was the oldest of 5, and we never really, even growing up, we never really all did the holidays together. And now families changed, get us a little smaller, time goes on, and so this year we did Rosh Hashanah together, and it was really nice, wasn't
Yeah.
it? It was just nice for everybody to be together.
Love that.
All the little kids.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
was it Rosh Hashanah?
It was.
Well, Greg and Olivia were just married.
Gregory
Yes.
and Olivia were just married.
Oh, right.
Yes.
That's right.
So it was
Yeah,
like
that's right.
it was late
New
September,
couple
early
married.
October.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
Gregory blew the shofar.
He
Yes, he
did.
did.
He
He
did.
did.
He did amazing.
He did.
Mhm.
So it's I get a lot of good feeling out of cooking for my family. I love it.
Your brisket was absolutely
Oh, my
delicious.
God.
That's
Thank
my
you.
favorite
Brisket.
meat. What is
Holy
your
cow.
recipe? Now, when my mother made the brisket, it was the Lipton
So
onion
good.
soup, cranberry sauce. What else did she put in it? Ketchup?
Yep.
What was your recipe?
So I don't really have a recipe. I have more of like a method. So I get the brisket. I don't buy kosher. So I do I get the brisket at Costco. I know. I buy it at Costco. I buy a single cut, I think. And then I season it up and I broil both sides and then chop up 4 or 5 Vidalia onions per brisket, and then, or 3 or 4, and then just a bunch of carrots. And the sauce is ketchup. This year I just threw whole cranberries in because I didn't have cranberry sauce. Grape jelly, salt, pepper, and
Oh, great.
that was it. And lemon juice and a titch of brown sugar. And you just mix it all together. And then once it's to your, you kind of taste it. Sweet
It was
and sourish.
stringy.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
But then
it
you
was
bake
soft.
it then?
Yeah.
I bake it.
So you broil
I-
it first?
Yep, I broil it first, and then I put everything in a big pan. I kind of layer the vegetables on the bottom. I put the broiled brisket on top, layer more vegetables on top, pour all that sweet and sour sauce that I made on top, cover it, parchment paper, then tin foil, and then I put it in a 350 oven, literally for hours, 6 or 7 hours.
Oh.
Why
I just-
parchment paper first?
Because I found that the acidity from the ketchup was having a reaction with the tin foil.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Yuck.
She's
Kidding.
brilliant.
Yeah,
She
so
really
I'm
is a
like-
chef. She's a scientist.
Yes.
I don't know about that.
This is
I
unbelievable.
shared in high school.
And what temperature?
350.
Oh,
And
350.
literally, you just cook it, and then
It shrinks.
it shrinks. I take it out. I refrigerate it overnight. The next day, I take it out. There's going to be a layer of fat because it's a fatty piece of meat.
Yeah.
I take as much fat as I can off. It's like orangey congealed, and you take as much off, and then I slice it. And then I throw it back in the pan or individual pans, depending on how many people. Then I freeze it. And then I take it out a day or two before, and then I cook it again for hours.
For hours.
You can't
Hours.
overcook
So you don't
No,
just
you
heat it
can't.
up. Are you putting it back in a 350
Mhm.
after?
And I just literally, I tell people I'll cook the shit out of it. Yeah, you just cook it.
We're not allowed to swear on this
Sorry, I
podcast.
cook the poop out of it.
It is so good, though.
You
It
should
was.
give cooking lessons.
Yeah. Why don't you do that?
I could.
You could
Bye,
Bye,
Madison.
Madison.
Thanks for stopping
Thanks
by,
for coming
honey.
by, honey. We'll book you a time to come on so we can talk about fillers and Botox.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye, honey.
Bye, Madison.
All right. I am now making homemade bubki.
Shut.
The front
I don't know what
door.
bubki is. That's new to me.
Babki is
It's
delicious.
the most
Deliciousness.
delicious.
It's like a challah with either chocolate filling or
Cinnamon sugar.
cinnamon filling.
Oh my God. Blue cheese stuffed olives.
I did a
What got into
different
you?
cousins podcast in Florida, a Maltz cousin podcast.
What?
Did you guys make the Babki on the podcast?
Yes.
You did.
What?
We didn't really have a podcast. We did more of
I like how the story changes.
A video.
a cuzcast.
A Cuzcast. I love
I mean,
that.
cousin, did you have headphones on? Was
Well, no, not really. We did
You did a video.
a video.
Yeah.
I'll have to share with you.
is it on YouTube?
Instagram.
It's on someone's phone.
Can you send, can you send us the text?
Yes, but my phone is off right now. I'll have to send it later. So, cousin Dana had gone to a thing where she learned to make a babki.
She went to Getting Fat with Jen classes
Similar.
In Florida.
Exactly. So,
in Boynton.
she taught 3 other cousins, I'm included, how to make it. Now I'm a pro.
Oh.
Freya is an awesome, awesome baker. Like
Oh.
she can bake the pants off at any bakery.
Should
And
the two
yeah.
of you open up a catering business?
God, should we?
Probably.
I would love to.
Cousins
like,
catering?
Yes. Oh, yes.
You're welcome. It's what I do.
I'll hire you.
You'll get 5%.
We
royalty.
Easter Sunday.
I don't
Easter
want-
Sunday. Do you want your first? I'm having friends over. How about Easter Sunday? You guys can cook for us this Easter.
Oh,
On
I'm
Sunday.
flying out.
Oh yeah.
They need more notice than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Next year. Next
They
year.
really don't. You really don't.
You know?
Well, I would if I
they
were
wouldn't.
Having a
around.
brunch.
I'm having friends over, family over.
Can it be a
Benny's
Jewish
still interested.
Yes.
Jewish themed Easter?
Yes. Yes.
What time are these friends appearing?
They're like my best friends. So whenever.
You should do a brisket.
We're doing a breakfast with my mom. She's
brisket on
hosting us.
Easter.
And then the kids get to have their friends over in the afternoon. But it's my girlfriend, her
nice.
husband, their kids. I told Braden he could have a friend over too.
Can we make
And
it
so-
Saturday Easter instead? I have a 8:30 flight Sunday morning.
Can't. But let's you guys, if you ever want to do it, I will have the venue. We could have the team.
We could.
And you guys could give it a whirl.
Well, Friday night we had we went to a fundraiser for Habitat of Humanity for Wendy. Wendy is really she does a lot of time, so we went to support her for that. And Ben had he had won
an live auction.
Yeah, for a home chef. So she came and we did it at my house, and oh my God, was
What'd she
she
cook?
fabulous?
She was, first of all, she has the
Marcella.
greatest personality.
She's just like us.
She's the first generation
from Sicily.
from Sicily.
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
first generation
Italian.
here.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
She's a home self-taught cook.
Yes.
chef.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was fantastic.
And so what did she? How many people? And it was at your house.
It was my
There were
house.
8 of
there
us.
Were 8 of us.
8.
Wow.
And she is actually on the PBS show. It's going to be coming on Greatest Home Chef, I think it's called, something like that.
I don't remember the
She has
well,
a
you
show?
wrote it down.
She's
Well,
a
she was a
contestant
contestant.
on a
I
cooking
think it was the
show.
3rd season.
Can she come on the podcast?
She would probably love to.
Jenny Papagno wants to do that too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she's a big cook
She's
too.
coming back on, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
she was
Okay,
fantastic.
so
It was
what did she?
wonderful.
Yeah,
So
what'd she
8
cook?
adults.
Yeah.
8 adults.
What'd you have for appetizers?
She
And
made
how does
the
it roll
most
out?
delicious bruschetta.
That
So when does
Steven
she come
is
over?
still
Does she
talking
check
about
out
today.
Does she check your kitchen out in advance?
No, so here's the thing. So our friend Ben was planning it. And I kept on, I'm a planner. I'm like, Ben, does she need pots and pans? Does
Right.
she need plates? Like,
Right.
what do I need to supply for her?
Yeah.
Nothing. Crickets. So I made hummus. Like I made some appetizers. Didn't have to do anything. She made that bruschetta.
Was incredible.
And it was all fresh, like tomatoes. And the onion, she said, it was chopped very, very precisely, very small on grilled, what's that bread?
Focaccia.
Yeah,
Yeah. And it was
Homemade focaccia.
probably.
Oh, Stephen keeps talking about it. And it was, I
Did
gotta
he
try to
ask
make
for a
it.
side of sauce?
Ben and Marlene
Yes.
came in with a side of sauce, a side of red sauce.
Do I know my brother-in-law or what?
Did you guys have you? What's her name? Samin Nosrat. Salt, fat, acid. Where she traveled the
No.
world to find. Oh, this is right up your alley.
Is she on Instagram?
So she had it's like a movie, I think, about
Oh.
her, this woman who traveled, and she has this book. But anyway, she goes to the places where they have the absolute best of whatever this is. And it's salt, fat, acid, she says, are the three elements that you have to have in good cooking. And she went to some place like high in the mountains where they're world renowned for their focaccia because of the altitude and the type of oils that they use. I'll have to send you the link to it. Salt, fat, acids, and that's what reminds me of that.
Yeah, it was. But the interesting thing, she said what she did with her onion. So there was purple onion in there, but it wasn't oniony.
No,
You
because
ate it.
I
You
don't love I don't
onion.
like raw onions, but it was so delicious. There was no like aftertaste.
Aftertaste.
from
She
the
like
onion.
caramelize them or
No,
something?
she the night before, so she chopped it very, very finely, and then she soaked it in salt water.
Oh.
And then the next day, when she was ready to mix up the tomato topping for it, she rinsed it under cold water, and it takes the bite out of the onion.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was really David ate it too.
Yeah, it was delicious.
Yeah.
Cousin David doesn't eat onions either.
Or
Well, we
garlic.
don't like raw. Like I'll cook with a sweet
Right.
onion,
Yeah.
but we don't like raw onions.
Yeah, I don't want a big onion on my salad.
Exactly,
either. Like, it's too much.
exactly.
What about a
Yeah.
delicious purple onion on your bagel, cream cheese,
Never.
and lox?
Never.
I like a little.
No, teeny bit.
Never.
So good.
So there's a thing on social media now where people are eating, and I forget the exact name. They're eating just raw white onion for health benefits. What do you think of that?
I think it's a trend.
Sounds like something Jason Eric Weinstein might take part in.
Wait, can we go back to the
My sister would too. She
the
loves
enjoys
onions.
it.
She would, my sister would eat an onion like an apple.
Wait, Madison did that when she was little.
We were somewhere, and I offered her a cupcake, and she had a piece of onion in her hand. And she's like, "No, I like the onion."
Right, my sister did. From the time she was a little girl, she would just eat raw onions, and I'm like,
Isn't that fascinating?
Okay,
I
wait, can we
find
go
it
back? Can we go back?
Oh.
So focaccia was the appetizer.
Yeah.
Focaccia. I made my hummus, and then
your
also-
hummus was
My
outrageous.
hummus was
Homemade.
good, homemade. And then I boiled up some shrimp cocktail too.
Okay, so you guys just kind of hung out.
We nibbled,
So
and
you
then
nibbled.
we
Nibbled.
And then she
Drink.
called us to
She
attention.
was there a
called us-
signature drink?
No,
We didn't-
we did
we-
wine.
Yeah,
Wine
we had
pairing?
wine, and I made some martinis. And,
Oh, yes, I did have a martini.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she called us all around the island. The reason we did her in my house was because of my island, so she
Okay.
could. And she brought this pasta dryer, and it looks like a tree.
Like made out of wood,
Yeah.
like just skinny tree with
Branches?
Yeah,
branches.
and you drape the
Oh,
pasta over
fettuccine.
it. Yeah, fettuccine. And
Did she make pasta while she was there?
she made it,
She had already made
Previous.
the dough, the pasta dough.
but
So
then
she put it through her machine.
But then we
she's
did
got
it through the
handheld
machine.
Oh, you did it.
And I have to tell you, both Freya and I have the
KitchenAid
the
attachment.
KitchenAid that you add to your. I like the
The
one that you
handheld
clamp
was
to. It
fabulous.
was fabulous.
Really?
Great.
Yeah.
Now you need another appliance.
Yeah, but it's
No,
it's just an individual
manual,
piece.
and you literally just roll it and you set it, and then you put it.
And you catch the pasta as it's
Yeah.
coming out,
Right.
and then you
So it was
take the
fettuccine.
individual fettuccine and you put it over the wood thing to dry.
And what was the sauce she made with the fettuccine?
She made a chicken piccata.
Oh.
And so she boiled, once the fettuccine was done, she boiled it for what, 3 minutes?
3 minutes.
3 minutes, but then she put it in the piccata sauce in the pan.
The
And
lemon sauce.
Yeah, and she came, which I want to get.
That
that
big Cuisinart.
electric
Oh.
saute pan,
Yeah,
I guess?
An electric.
Electric.
Like almost like an electric fry pan.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Betty, why
Saute.
would you need that?
She said that you have better temperature control.
Yeah. I have a
'cause if
very
you-
old one.
If I put a
Oh.
gigantic, like I have a big pan, not this big, but this, and I put it on
The
my
flame.
burners are this big.
Right. So, it's only the
it
middle.
doesn't like it's
Yeah.
hard to
Gotcha.
control.
I have an old one. It's round and has a lid, and you plug it in. And so it's basically the same thing, but it's very old. So this is like an updated version, and hers is probably bigger than the one I have.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was nice. It was nice. But here's a hidden secret.
Mm.
We have another very good cook in this room.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Really?
Stephanie is a very
Yeah,
good cook.
because I think you'd be good with my girlfriend Laura Lee's the same. Like there's like natural cooks, right? People who just know like this
Yeah.
flavor and that flavor goes together. I don't have that, so this is all
I don't
fascinating
either.
to me. I'm more of a baker.
Right, because you
can't
have to
bake.
follow a recipe.
I
I
can't
follow
bake either.
directions.
Yes,
Yes.
Auntie,
I
I can't
can't
bake.
do what they do,
I
where they
can't
just,
either.
oh,
Nope.
we have this at home. Let's
Yep.
throw it all together.
Yeah, no.
I can't do that.
Same.
You should
Yeah.
see what my kitchen looks like after I cook.
Oh, because you don't clean as you go along.
No.
See, I clean as
I
I
do
go
too.
along.
I clean as I
I
go
clean
along,
as I
too.
go along.
I'm a mess. But it's fine.
But I would then be happy to clean your kitchen. If you did the cooking, I
Yeah,
would clean.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised that you and Tony don't cook more.
Well, because we eat very differently.
Oh. Okay.
Anthony wants to make tuna casserole,
Oh,
Oh,
pork chops,
okay.
macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
It's not anything I eat.
my husband, he says his next wife is going to make tuna casserole because that's what he
I'm
would
gonna make
like.
him a tuna casserole.
Serve it in your house.
Okay.
It's not coming to mine. All he wants is a tuna casserole.
I don't
I'm
like the smell of tuna casserole.
Never.
Cousin, why can't you make Cousin David a tuna casserole?
Okay, let me explain something.
You don't
When
like
the
hot
kids-
tuna?
When the kids were little, if my younger son Nathan would say, "Mommy, will you make me a tuna fish sandwich?" Absolutely, anything you want. If David 5 minutes later said, "Would you make me a tuna fish sandwich?" Not on your life.
Yeah. And don't leave the bowl of tuna
No.
left in the sink.
Ugh.
No, you know what
And
gets
I love
me?
tuna, but like
I like
something
real
licorice.
tuna, not
Yeah.
a can of
Right.
tuna.
When somebody in my house
love
makes
tuna.
tuna and then that person doesn't put it in a Tupperware thing.
Agreed.
He just used the bowl and then he gently puts tinfoil over it.
So
and
wonder-
then you
I wonder who the he is.
I'm done.
it's crispy and
And they leave
Gross.
the bowl like
Yeah.
that had the tuna makings in the sink.
yes, and then it smells like tuna.
No,
like
I'm done.
tuna's
Even
yummy to eat,
if it's in
but-
the dishwasher, I have to run the dishwasher that day. Imagine
Yeah.
the next morning, the smell of.
Yep.
I just have an aversion to canned tuna.
Yep. I do too.
Well, don't bring cabbage to the office.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, was that an issue? Have you had an issue? You're eating a lot of cabbage lately.
Meredith walked in. She goes, "It smells like garbage in here." I said, "That's not garbage. That's my cabbage."
Mind you, since the windows were replaced, there's not a window that can be opened in our office.
Why?
So the only thing you're left with is turning up the heat.
Has anybody brought in fish lately?
Thank God, no.
No.
Yeah, that was in the microwave. That is an
Yeah,
offense of all
that
offenses.
is.
Meredith
You are
did put a
not
note on
allowed.
the microwave. No,
No
heating up
fish.
fish in
Yeah.
the microwave.
Speaking of cabbage, are we allowed to talk about breasts?
Yes.
Okay, I want to tell you a story about cabbage.
Is this post breastfeeding? Putting cabbage on them?
So I didn't breastfeed, but after my first son was born, my boobs were so big when the milk came in.
Yeah.
Oh, they
I
get
woke up
gorged.
one morning. It was like 7 a.m. and
hurts.
the bras that I wore while I was pregnant, because I got the biggest boobs while I was pregnant.
Bigger than mine.
Yes.
Yeah, you had.
And so then I wake up one morning, the milk had come in, and my pregnancy bras were like cutting off the circulation.
Oh, it's so
I was in so
painful.
much pain. So David's grandmother, Evie, said, cabbage leaves. Get some cabbage leaves and put them in your
Isn't
bra.
that funny?
And it worked.
Do you know that? Like, what
it
is
took
it?
away. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know,
a
but
thing.
it honestly, it took away the pain.
Yeah,
Really?
they say when you're weaning to use those as well. You didn't
Brilliant.
wet them or anything. You just put
No,
cabbage
just
leaves.
cold cabbage
Stop
leaves in
it.
your bra.
Yeah.
So soothing.
Should I do that after my
Oh,
augmentation?
maybe.
Maybe.
That is
Yes,
unbelievable.
Get a cabbage.
Can you call Grandma Evie?
No.
I wish I could. Maybe Mother could.
There's got to be an enzyme in the cabbage.
There's something.
There's something.
That-
My
just-
body loves cabbage.
cabbage
I've been
is
eating
delicious.
cabbage.
Maybe even in a bra.
I will be putting it in my brassiere.
Do you not like cabbage?
I like cabbage.
So I was telling Stephanie, I made a cabbage healthy dish. You saute up a cabbage, onion, any protein you want, ground hamburger, ground turkey. I use ground turkey, garlic, salt, pepper. Delicious.
I saw it on Instagram.
Delicious.
I mean, it's so flavorful and delicious. And it takes 2 seconds.
Well, you
seconds.
can't deny that it stinks, though.
It does.
Well,
Brussels
just like
sprouts-
broccoli. It's like broccoli.
cauliflower.
Now
Yeah.
I feel
Stinky.
uncomfortable bringing it into the office.
Well, you should.
So today-
Be aware.
So today I made my zucchini. I make my zucchini ribbons.
Do you know I don't like
Oh.
zucchini?
I am obsessed
don't?
with
I love
zucchini.
zucchini.
I've tried my whole life, and I love cucumbers. My mother always was like, "This doesn't make sense. How do you like a cucumber and not like a zucchini?" But there's two things. One, it has a texture
Yes.
that I don't love, and just the flavor.
What about a yellow squash?
Same. There's like some like twang to it that I just doesn't. I can't. get there.
I want you to try it again.
All right.
Take your vegetable peeler, take a
Yeah.
zucchini, go back and forth in the same
Yeah.
spot, make ribbons,
Yeah.
some olive oil in your pan,
Yeah.
saute it.
Yeah.
I just put a half of marinara sauce,
Yeah.
and then you can add
Sounds
chicken or
yummy.
whatever to it. It's
Yeah.
delicious.
I mean, it sounds great. And in the summertime, everybody's growing zucchini and summer squash by the bushel.
I would like you to try it again.
Okay.
Listen, olive oil, salt, and pepper, anything.
Right.
Chill
Right.
weather is going to
Right.
taste good.
Exactly.
Well, forever I didn't like mushroom until I was like
Really?
35.
I love a mushroom.
Really?
I love a mushroom.
Yeah,
That's
I do
okay.
too.
I'll eat it.
Oh, stuffed mushroom is my favorite, where they're like, kind of baked hard.
Nana Louise loves
She makes a good stuffed mushroom.
stuffed
that.
mushroom.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
People who make them have like a secret recipe, don't you think? People who make a stuffed mushroom,
Yeah.
it's like their thing.
I don't like
Yeah.
anything breaded. I don't
I
like
have
baked
a-
stuffed lobster. I don't like any of that.
I make an hors d'oeuvre that's like in little phyllo cups
Oh.
Yes.
with like
Was that another
chopped-
pampered chef thing? You
No.
take the phyllo cups and you put in your cupcake baker thing and you press it in so it curls out, and then you fill it with whatever.
anything. Well, my mushroom recipe is like a chopped mushroom with some whipping cream, some shallots, and then in like you can put it in anything, but it's so
Sounds good.
delicious.
That sounds delicious.
It's delicious.
So good. Have you guys tried the chocolate? The what's it called?
The Dubai chocolate.
The Dubai chocolate.
What's
Yeah.
a Dubai chocolate?
Oh, you haven't seen
Cousin.
it? It's such a trend right now.
It's
Are
so
you
weird
living
looking
under
to
a
me.
rock?
So
I
I,
am
under
a
I
rock.
almost ordered the $39 chocolate bar because it's basically what it is on Amazon the other day. And
Joe Papagno made me one.
Wait,
but
it
where do I find it?
Paper Source has it, but they're sold out.
Oh.
And even at Paper Source, the woman's like, "It's $25 for a chocolate bar." I'm like, "But I've seen it so much; it's been shoved in my face.
You just have
Everywhere
to
you
do it.
look, I need to try it."
well, I had one, and
What
it is
Is it good?
worth the hype.
I didn't
Did
find
Joe
it
make
that
it?
exciting.
I was no. Christina gave me one. It was.
Was it just a
beyond.
chocolate bar or
So it's
something
a
made
no.
with the
So it's a
chocolate?
chocolate bar, and inside, so it's made with phyllo strips. The phyllo strips are sautéed, so they get crunchy. Then there's this pistachio nuts, and then it's made into some type of cream that's mixed with the phyllo strips,
And then
and
it's
that's
in
all
the middle
put
of the
inside the
chocolate
chocolate.
I know. I'm dying to try it.
Visually, it's unattractive, so that was the hard sell for me.
But the crunch, like,
Yeah, that's good crunch. Yep.
Now I did leave it melting in the office.
And Steph said, "Should I put this in the fridge?" And I said, "You know what? Just visually, nobody's going to eat that because they're going to be like, what the heck? It looks
well,
like
the
poop."
green is not.
Yeah, it looks like poop.
Yeah,
Looks like baby poop.
but I'm dying to try
The
it.
bar
It's-
itself is green?
no,
the
it's chocolate,
inside.
but when you crack
and it's
it
very
open-
messy.
it.
It's very messy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You need a
it's so
fork
good.
to
It
eat
is
it.
messy.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Unless mine melted, I kept it out overnight.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I think
it's
it
just
was,
pistachio
Yeah.
cream. I don't really know what's in the pistachio cream.
It would be like
Interesting.
opening up like a truffle, right? Like
Right,
the inside
right.
has insides. It's
Yeah.
just kind of messy. You need to like
Yeah.
eat it.
Where have
I'm
I
dying to
been?
try it.
cousin, this is embarrassing.
Can we edit this out?
Where did they find it?
I don't know. I'd have to ask her.
Well, Steven's like, "Did you buy chocolates at Costco?" I'm like,
Really?
"So why didn't you buy
No
it?"
kidding.
He's like, "I thought I saw it." So we went back, and she's
It was
like, "No,
gone?
no, they never had it. He
Oh,
must have thought."
he made it up.
Oh.
Yeah, he must
Oh.
have thought that it was.
I was going to suggest we go there
He
next.
saw,
I know.
he saw a sign.
Oh shoot, his birthday's coming up.
Yes, end of April.
I'll be getting him Dubai chocolate.
Perfect. I actually bought him his gift yesterday.
Oh,
I guess we can't
Are
talk
there
about
any?
it.
Are there any Jewish holidays where you get candy?
Well, on
Yeah.
Hanukkah, you get Hanukkah gelt.
And
which is
at
chocolate
it.
coins.
At a bar bat mitzvah, they throw
Throw
candy at
candy.
you.
But that's it.
Yeah.
I feel
Um,
like with the rest of the religions, the like marketing companies have really dug in deep to make traditions for
we
candy.
have nothing good. We have gefilte fish.
Oh.
We have the matzah.
I'm surprised that the marketing companies
Oh,
like
the Passover candy.
the candy
Horrific.
companies haven't made like, oh, you have to have like Easter is like you
Right.
have to
You
have
have to have
candy
Easter,
on
right.
Easter, right? Mars
Right.
makes $1
No.
billion.
Yeah, no,
Meanwhile-
it's really Hanukkah gelt.
Yeah, I was just remembering like when it was Passover and we had to go to school, my mother would make me peanut butter and jelly on
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 matzah.
matzah.
I never ate bread during Passover.
No, neither did we.
Mm.
Well, and I don't think my kids did either. Well, of course they went to Schechter. They, of course, I
Right,
wouldn't
they
serve
didn't.
bread.
Right.
No, we probably actually were on school vacation at Schechter.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Even my
But-
parents were like, "You can't eat bread on Passover."
But now with grown kids, we don't keep
Now
it.
with grown kids, I mean, I was out for a late lunch on Passover.
Right.
Well, you worked.
I worked. If
Yeah.
Mother was alive, she'd be livid.
She would be.
I wasn't allowed to leave the house on high
Christina,
holidays.
remember I asked, I said, who's on our team who's doing open houses on Passover and Easter and Steph said, and Christina immediately was like, do not host an open house on Easter. But Steph was like, I'm hosting an open house on Passover. Things have changed,
It's
right?
different.
Like,
Well, it's
Yeah,
different when
it's
your
different.
kids are already grown.
And Easter too has
I feel
more.
bad though.
I know.
Easter too has more of
I do miss going to
a
temple.
hallmark. You know, they've really kind of commercialized. I feel
Totally.
like.
The
Yeah.
marketing companies
Right.
got in
Well,
there, right?
Easter
and
and
how
Christmas.
can they sell things?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
what are they going to market for a Jewish holiday? Purim?
Queen
Well,
Esther.
I mean, Purim, but though I wonder if they do. You know, because in Purim you put on costumes and you celebrate. I wonder if there's candy.
Well, I'm
Oh,
really
wow.
surprised.
I
I
don't
think it's slowly coming along. Like Hanukkah, right? We talk about this all the time. I'm like, how come you don't want to celebrate just a season or winter or this and that? And Steph's like, it's no big deal. But then you're like, oh, it'd be nice to have some white lights out or something, just in the darkness of the season. But it's almost like it's an anti thing.
Well, I just got my first Christmas tree last year.
And I know Hanukkah isn't a big holiday, but it's just a time of year when things are dark
It's a
Yes.
and
joyous,
dreary,
right,
and it's like
Yes.
joyous.
an opportunity to find something.
There
right?
are more Jewish holidays than Carter's got liver pills.
There we go.
I
So
will
true.
tell you that. Sukkot. There's so many. I can't even name them all.
Well, yeah. Remember that the company got in big trouble for having
Oh, yeah.
some type of
the
an
awards
event
trip?
on some obsure
On a
Jewish holiday.
How
oh,
dare
Cole
you.
Baker did?
Oh my
Oh, really?
God.
How dare you?
How dare. Remember when Easton eliminated all the holidays?
Oh, yeah.
Secretly.
Secretly. They just passed it at a board meeting.
They got
Thank
rid
God,
of
was
though.
bad.
You know what? It's so nice. The kids get out of school so early. The
Oh,
rest of my
nice.
friends are like, oh, we're on another holiday that like nobody celebrates. And so by just getting rid of them, like take the day if you want with your family.
Right,
or do
exactly.
whatever. You're not
yeah,
going to be
but then,
punished.
well, you are because then you miss out on the homework assignment.
Well, who cares?
Take it from the Jew.
Right.
Although we never had school on the high holidays in Sharon.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't either.
No.
No.
And it was always a battle with our kids in Easton. Like, do we send them on Rosh Hashanah, on the highest holiday,
Right.
Yom Kippur? Do we send them on Yom Kippur?
Right, because it was a
Are they
regular
gonna-
school day.
Are they going to? And as
Oh,
they got
wow.
older, they would get stressed out if they missed a day of school.
Right.
Mm.
So, yeah, it was. What's
Yeah.
are you going to miss a test? Are you going to? You know what I mean?
Right.
So we had to kind of weigh the options there. But anyway, this was so much fun.
Yeah. This is my favorite thing in the whole planet.
I
Right.
love it.
Wasn't it
And I'm
fun?
so glad that after all these years,
See?
I finally came on.
You
and
were like, no, I have nothing.
I have
to-
nothing. Well, I'm not.
You are the
interested.
chattiest person I know. You could talk for 24 hours straight.
I don't think I could.
As a matter of fact, David just said, he said to me this morning, I was just thinking you haven't talked in your sleep for a while, and last night you were the chattiest person around.
Now, when Cousin Freya and I are together out in public, people block their ears.
Oh.
We are very, very loud.
People
loud.
in public would wish they had these.
Right.
Well, that's the magic of the podcast, in my
Yeah.
opinion, is you come into the room and you put the headphones on and you it's almost like putting your phone away. Like
Yeah, you
you
just
which you do
talk,
here,
right.
and then you're just dialed into each other.
Right.
For
Because when do we
conversation.
ever get to do that?
We
Have
do.
have chat for an hour
Right.
with no interruptions.
No
Right.
interruptions.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's great. I think it's. So glad. Thank you for having.
I'm glad
us.
you finally came on
Me
after
too.
10 years. Thank you.
Me too.
Girls, you will have to come back.
We will
Oh,
definitely
we-
come back.
you.
Maybe we'll have
And
a matzo
open
ball off.
invitation for Cousins Catering.
Yes,
You can
Cousins
have it at
Catering.
my house
Thank you.
first.
Yes.
And I will sign up for cooking classes with Getting Fat with Jen too.
Me too.
Yes. And don't forget, we can have Gregory videotape.
We
He
could.
did my gefilte fish martinis.
Oh, that was a few years ago.
That was a few years
Wasn't
ago.
there a podcast way back when Meredith had to eat?
She
a
made
piece-
me eat extra gel.
Yeah,
And I was trying to be
Oh.
polite because here's my Jewish friend on the Jewish show, and she knew
Yeah, 'cause
that
Marty
I
Weiner
don't
was
like
on.
change or necessarily trying new things always.
But the extra
and
gel is tough. That's a tough
Oh.
one.
I
Yes.
had tears,
But
and but with a smile because
Yes.
I didn't
Cousin,
want to be rude.
the camera went in tight, and there was a small tear coming from the corner of her eye.
You're a good sport. I don't even eat the gefilte fish, let alone the
I
extra
like the
gel.
gefilte fish.
I didn't
I
want to
love
be
it.
rude around all my Jewish friends.
Alexa used to ask for the extra gel
Oh,
when
she
she
did.
was little.
And I eat gefilte fish all year.
Yeah, it's high protein, low fat.
I
High
eat matzah
protein.
all year, but gefilte
the
fish,
best
no
one.
thank you.
All right, my little Jewish friends
This was
and
so much
cousins.
fun.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
for the
coming
dates,
on.
Becky.
You're
And thank you for the
welcome.
dirties and the snacks, cousin. This was another fabulous podcast. Thanks, girls.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.